Lil' Perk got blues at the bank. Lil' Perk on top of the rank. Switch lanes, switch lanes. I flip the bitch like a switchblade.
What's good, guys? About to get some food with Will real quick. About to get some sushi. I am starving right now. I got a pretty big bench day tomorrow. Was going to deadlift, but I kind of injured my neck randomly. And it could be, a combination of not stretching and lifting and just not taking care of my muscles. But we're about to go get some sushi. I'm about to grub. And then after that, I got something I want to talk to you guys about. So stay tuned for that. What is up, guys? YouTube, your boy Cold Brew Cliff here, coming at you guys again with a little bit of words of wisdom. It's a lot different from most videos that I bring you guys. When I put up my uploads, you see a lot of stuff of me in the gym, and usually like some vlog type stuff for just like every day me doing things. But we're out here in the park. It's a nice day. It's getting a little chilly out, and just thought I'd just talk to you guys about some perspective things when it comes to life, and why you should push for your goals, why you should push for your dreams, and follow and blaze your own trail, your own path, and stick to that. So for me, growing up in a small country town of Madison, Virginia, you were pretty much expected to play football right out of the womb, or some type of sport, either football or baseball for the most part. So of course, I chose football side because I am of bigger stature. I was very successful at that. The only thing that it was with football, coming from a small town like that, a lot of people said that I wouldn't go to school and play football. I wouldn't go off to college and play football, or go off to college in general, because where I was, that was kind of like the stereotype, that was the stigma. You didn't find a lot of people actually going off to college or going off to college and playing a sport in general. I stuck to myself, and I said, you know what, I'm not going to be a part of that stigma. I'm going to work hard, even if I got to do a lot of stuff for myself. So I didn't rely on my coaches. I didn't rely on my parents. I didn't rely on anybody else besides myself. My play, of course, I had my teammates there to kind of hold me up, but as far as getting noticed and getting out of that small town and actually going somewhere and playing college football and breaking that mindset, I actually made that happen. The way I made that happen was, it was my mindset. I told myself every day, especially coming up in my junior and senior year, like, hey, I'm going to go to college, I'm going to play football, and I'm going to prove everybody wrong. Senior year comes around, it's the spring, and I signed with a Division I school. And it was unheard of coming from where I'm from. I think it had only been done maybe 3 times in the history of the school. And I did that, and I made it out, and I went to Norfolk State University, and it was incredible being a Division I football player. Like, it was so cool to say. I went back home, felt like a celebrity, but to me, I was still just just an average kid. I was just doing something different. A lot of people thought that was incredible. They thought it was weird coming from a town like that where I was at, and that not really being something that was common. I still made that happen. And a lot of people asked me how did I do that, especially younger kids that were behind me that were trying to do the same thing. They're like, man, how'd you do that? I said, honestly, I just put it in my head that was going to happen, and I worked hard. And when people were telling me, hey man, it's not going to happen, you shouldn't do that, maybe you should go this route, I said, you know what,
don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. All right?
All right.
You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it. Period.
I don't really want to hear about your opinion. I want to do what I want to do. I want to do what my, what's on my path and what my dreams are. And I went for that. And it's the same thing as what I'm doing now with my content here on YouTube, what I put out to you guys. We're trying to do stuff with the podcast and working with other people and just, competing and powerlifting and stuff like that. It's the same thing. A lot of people, that was around me, they thought it was weird, they thought it was dumb. Like, why are you spending your time doing that? It's not really, it's not successful to the current career that you're in. It's not helping you do anything for that. It seems like it's just more of a hobby. And that's when I thought to myself, these people don't have that mindset. These people don't know what it's like, to want to drive themselves, that far, to push themselves past something that's, not of common occurrence. Coming from the area that we're from, most people, they just get a job, they go to that job every day, They have a family, they go home, that's it. You know, that doesn't sound bad at all, but you know, it sounds kind of boring to me. They don't have any other goals, I feel like, to where they want to do incredible things. You know, they may have these dreams, but they're like, you know, they're so far-fetched because, you know, that doesn't really happen here. Why even try to go for that? Have them here, but I'm not going to actually try to attempt to reach those goals. For me, like I said, it was all about my mindset. My parents always told me growing up, you know, go after whatever you want. I've always been a go-getter, and that was just different where I was from. So that's why I'm always steadily bringing you guys content. I'm trying to remind you guys, you know, as things progress in my career. Like, I went to my very first powerlifting competition. Never done a powerlifting competition. Not only went from 9 for 9, meaning that I hit all of my lifts. Also broke our state record. Won first place and got best lifter. So that just tells you right there that you can do anything that you want to do. You just have to put it into play, put it into motion, believe in yourself, believe in that mindset, and just know that you can do it. That's all it literally takes. You can literally almost, for the most part, you know, speak or think things into existence because you're putting that on your plate, on your table for it to be there. You're not just putting it back of your mind and say, oh, you know, I wish I could go compete, but you know, I don't think I'm ready, or you know, other people don't think that it's something that I should do. So it would be cool to do, but I don't think I should do it. No, I mean, if you think you should do it, go ahead and do it. You just never know how things might turn out, and you'll actually find that when you actually start reaching for your goals and going for things, you know, things turn upside down and you start seeing, you know, some doors open up. And for me, it's always been whenever there was a door in front of me that was presented, you know, I opened and walked through that door. If I failed, I failed. Failure contributed to my success, because with each failure, you're learning something different. You're getting more wisdom, putting more tools in your toolbox, I should say. So later you can go back and refer to those things and be like, okay, this is what I did last time I was in this situation. Here's how I fix it to be successful now. So every failure, you have to look at every failure as if it is a success, because that's essentially what it is. When you fail, that means you tried. That means you actually tried to do something. You went for it. And when you failed, you had to learn from that. So next time, you know, hey, this is what I did, and this is how I fixed it, and this is how I got to where I am now. And now that I'm in another position, this is how I keep remaining successful. So, you know, never look at failure as a weakness. Look at failure as a strength, because it shows that you're actually working hard. So that's how you build up your strengths. And with powerlifting, that's kind of been my thing, you know, coming from playing football to moving on to what I'm doing now. It's gives me that same type of mindset as I had when I was playing football. You know, where I'm from, you don't see people powerlifting or competing in anything, really. They just, you know, like I said, they go to their jobs, they go home to their families, careers, that's pretty much it. You know, I just put in my head again, same thing I did with football. I'm going to compete, I'm going to do my thing, and I'm going to start something here in Charlottesville and in my area. And that's how I got into coaching, and I think I've kind of pushed the culture here as far as powerlifting. I've kind of made it a thing to now other people are inspired, other people want to compete, and that's the main goal. The main goal is to do whatever you want to do, but use that thing that you want to do to inspire others, to push other people to go for their dreams as well. It's a really good feeling that when I do something and other people see that, and it kind of like light bulb goes off, and they're like, hey, I want to do that, or I want to go for something too that I've been wanting to go. If Cliff can do it, I know I can do it. So that's kind of like the main mission. Whatever that you do it and inspire people while you do it. You'll get a greater sense of self-worth out of that, because you're not only accomplishing your goals, you're helping other people accomplish theirs as well. So most people tend to follow other people's paths or what other people say they should do. No, you should always follow your own, do your own thing, use your strengths, use your weaknesses to make yourself better, make yourself more successful, you know, fight on. So use that, inspire others, keep working, let's work.